Look around you. The world is moving faster than ever before. The things we once thought were years away, new technologies, industry shifts, economic disruptions, and life-changing opportunities are happening right now. But the real question is, are you ready? Too many people are asleep at the wheel, waiting for the right time to take action. They assume they have years to prepare, that change will happen slowly, that they'll have plenty of warning before things shift. But history has proven time and time again, change does not wait for you to be ready. It comes whether you expect it or not, and the ones who hesitate, the ones who ignore the signs, are the ones who get left behind. The difference between those who win and those who struggle is not luck, it's not intelligence, it's who takes action first. Those who recognize what's coming before it's obvious are the ones who seize the opportunity, while the rest scramble to catch up. This is happening sooner than expected. The question is, will you be ready or will you be too late? Time is the one thing you can never get back. It moves forward, whether you are ready or not. The biggest mistake people make is believing they have more time than they actually do. They think the future is far away, that they can prepare later, that they can delay action because they assume there will always be another chance. But life doesn't wait. The world is changing faster than ever, and the things people once thought were years away are already happening right now. We've seen it before. Throughout history, people have underestimated how quickly things can shift. Whether it was technology, economic changes, or shifts in society, those who weren't paying attention always found themselves struggling to catch up. When the internet first emerged, some people dismissed it as a trend. By the time they realized it was transforming the world, they had already missed the opportunity to adapt early. The same thing happened with artificial intelligence, remote work, cryptocurrency, and countless other revolutions. The ones who recognized what was coming positioned themselves ahead of time. The ones who ignored it had to fight to stay relevant. Right now, the same pattern is happening again, and many people don't even see it. They believe they still have time to figure things out, but by the time they finally react, the moment will have passed. Every second wasted is a second you don't get back. People often say they are waiting for the right time. They think they will start that business when they feel more prepared. They think they will invest when they are more confident. They think they will pursue their goals when life slows down. But the truth is, life never slows down. There will never be a perfect moment where everything aligns and the path is clear. The only people who succeed are those who take action before they feel ready. If you wait for certainty, you will never move. The world belongs to those who step up while others hesitate. Look around you. The speed at which things are changing is not normal. Technology is advancing faster than ever. Industries are being disrupted overnight, and entire ways of living are being transformed. What was once considered the future is happening now. The education system, the job market, the economy, everything is shifting, and it's happening at a pace most people cannot comprehend. The jobs that were stable 10 years ago are disappearing. The way people make money is evolving. The skills that were once valuable are becoming obsolete. If you don't recognize this now, you will struggle later. If you don't start preparing today, you will be left behind tomorrow. Think about the people who always seem ahead of the curve. They're not lucky. They don't have some secret advantage. What they have is the ability to see change before it fully arrives. They don't wait until something becomes obvious. They prepare while others are still doubting. That is why they win. The people who embrace change before it's forced upon them are always in control. The ones who wait until the last moment are the ones who struggle. Right now, too many people are asleep. They are distracted by entertainment, consumed by daily routines, and unaware of the bigger picture. They assume life will continue as it always has, but that is an illusion. The world is moving with or without them, and those who don't take action will wake up one day wondering how they got left behind. Every major shift in history has created two types of people, those who adapted early and those who waited until it was too late. The question is, which one will you be? Opportunities and challenges are arriving faster than ever before, and the speed of change is catching people off guard. What once took decades to unfold is now happening in a matter of years, sometimes even months. The way businesses operate, the way people work, and the way industries function are all transforming at an unprecedented pace. This is creating massive opportunities for those who are paying attention and positioning themselves correctly. But it is also creating enormous challenges for those who assume they have more time to adjust. The reality is that change does not wait for anyone, and the ability to recognize and adapt to these shifts will determine who succeeds and who falls behind. Technology is advancing at a speed that most people cannot fully comprehend. Artificial intelligence, automation, and digital platforms are revolutionizing the way we live and work. Jobs that were once secure are becoming obsolete, and new opportunities are emerging in fields that barely existed a decade ago. Those who are aware of these changes are taking advantage of them. They are learning new skills, embracing new industries, and positioning themselves in ways that will keep them relevant. On the other hand, those who ignore these advancements are setting themselves up for struggle. They assume their current knowledge and skills will always be enough, but the truth is, industries are evolving too fast for anyone to rely solely on what they already know. The gap between those who adapt and those who resist change is widening, and the consequences of being on the wrong side of that divide are becoming more severe. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that opportunity will present itself in a clear and obvious way. Many people expect success to come in a neat package with a perfect plan laid out in front of them. They assume that when the right moment arrives, they will know exactly what to do. But real opportunities do not work that way. They often appear disguised as challenges, requiring people to take risks and step into the unknown. The most successful individuals are the ones who recognize these moments before they become obvious. They take action when others are still hesitating. They invest in themselves, build new skills, and seize chances that others overlook. There is no such thing as a safe path anymore. In the past, people could follow a predictable route, get a degree, find a stable job, work for a few decades, and retire comfortably. That model is disappearing. Stability is no longer guaranteed, and the only real security comes from the ability to adapt. The people who succeed in this environment are those who understand that the rules of the game have changed. They do not rely on outdated systems. Instead, they create their own opportunities by staying informed, staying flexible, and taking bold action when the time is right. The biggest risk in today's world is not taking risks at all. Waiting for certainty is a guaranteed way to fall behind. At the same time, the challenges are just as real as the opportunities. With rapid change comes uncertainty, and many people feel overwhelmed by the speed at which things are shifting. It is easy to feel stuck, unsure of what direction to take, or afraid of making the wrong move. But hesitation is the enemy of progress. The only way to navigate this fast-moving world is by making decisions with confidence, even when the outcome is uncertain. Those who allow fear to control them will be left behind, watching others move forward while they remain stuck in the past. The choice is clear: adapt or struggle. The people who succeed in this new reality are not the ones who wait for the perfect opportunity to come to them. They are the ones who prepare, take action, and embrace change before it becomes unavoidable. Every shift, every transformation, and every new development brings both challenges and opportunities. The ones who see and act on them first will always be ahead. Excuses are the silent killers of progress. They creep into people's minds disguised as logic, convincing them that waiting is the best course of action. People tell themselves they will start when they have more money, when they have more time, when they feel ready. They convince themselves that circumstances aren't ideal, that they need to learn more before they take action, that something external is preventing them from making the moves they know they should be making. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect time. The conditions will never be completely ideal. The only way to move forward is to eliminate excuses and take responsibility for progress, no matter what the situation looks like. People who succeed in life understand one thing very clearly: there is no room for hesitation. The longer someone waits to take action, the harder it becomes to start. Momentum does not build itself. It requires movement, and movement requires decisions. But many people hesitate because they are afraid of failure. They are afraid of making mistakes, afraid of looking foolish, afraid of stepping outside their comfort zones. What they fail to realize is that inaction is the biggest mistake of all. The world does not slow down to accommodate fear. While one person is waiting for the right moment, someone else is already taking action, learning, adjusting, and getting ahead. Every day spent making excuses is a day lost to someone who refused to wait. The biggest illusion people hold on to is the idea that they have time. They think they can afford to delay because they assume opportunities will always be there when they are finally ready to take them. But opportunities do not wait. They do not pause until someone feels comfortable enough to pursue them. Life moves forward whether someone is prepared or not, and the difference between those who win and those who struggle is the ability to act in the face of uncertainty. There are countless stories of people who saw an opportunity, but hesitated just a little too long, only to watch someone else step in and claim the reward. That hesitation can be the difference between success and regret. One of the most dangerous excuses people make is blaming their circumstances. They say they would start if only they had more resources, more connections, more experience. They look at successful people and assume they had advantages that made success easier. But the truth is, many of the most successful people in the world started with nothing. They faced struggles, setbacks, and disadvantages, but they refused to let those obstacles define them. Instead of making excuses, they found solutions. They used what little they had, made strategic moves, and took risks when necessary. They understood that waiting for the perfect situation was a trap, because the perfect situation does not exist. The only way to create a better life is by taking action, regardless of the starting point. Excuses also keep people trapped in cycles of mediocrity. They justify their lack of progress by convincing themselves that success is reserved for others. They tell themselves that if circumstances were different, they would be able to achieve more. This mindset becomes a habit, and before they know it, years have passed without any real progress. The only way to break free from this cycle is by recognizing that excuses are self-imposed limitations. Every time someone makes an excuse, they are choosing to stay where they are instead of pushing forward. The ones who succeed in life are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They are simply the ones who refuse to accept excuses as an option. The truth is, there will always be a reason to wait. There will always be uncertainty, challenges, and obstacles. But waiting does not remove those obstacles. It only makes them harder to overcome. The people who achieve their goals are not the ones who had perfect conditions. They are the ones who decided to move forward despite imperfect conditions. They understand that time is their most valuable resource, and they refuse to waste it by waiting for an ideal scenario that will never come. Mindset is the foundation of everything. It determines whether someone takes action or makes excuses, whether they embrace challenges or avoid them, whether they see opportunities or obstacles. The way a person thinks shapes their reality, influencing every decision they make and every outcome they experience. The people who achieve great things are not necessarily the ones with the most talent, resources, or connections. They are the ones who have conditioned their minds for success, who have trained themselves to stay disciplined, focused, and resilient no matter what is happening around them. Without the right mindset, even the best opportunities will be wasted. With the right mindset, even the most difficult circumstances can be turned into stepping stones towards success. Discipline is a key component of mindset. It is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Many people wait for motivation to strike before they take action, believing they need to feel inspired before they can move forward. But those who succeed understand that motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes, and if someone depends on it, they will never be consistent enough to build anything meaningful. Discipline, on the other hand, is the ability to take action, regardless of how one feels. It is doing what needs to be done even when it is difficult, inconvenient, or uncomfortable. It is waking up early to work on a goal when no one else is watching, making sacrifices that others are unwilling to make, and staying committed even when progress is slow. Those who develop this level of discipline gain a massive advantage over those who allow their emotions to dictate their actions. Another crucial aspect of mindset is the ability to embrace discomfort. Growth does not happen in comfort zones. Everything a person wants but does not yet have exists outside of what they are currently comfortable with. Yet so many people resist discomfort because they associate it with pain, fear, and failure. They avoid taking risks because they are afraid of making mistakes. They avoid difficult tasks because they don't want to struggle. But struggle is where strength is built. Failure is where lessons are learned. Every person who has ever accomplished something great has had to go through periods of discomfort, uncertainty, and doubt. They did not succeed because things were easy for them. They succeeded because they pushed through when others gave up. The weak mindset is one that constantly looks for shortcuts. It seeks easy wins, fast results, and instant gratification. It avoids hard work and discipline in favor of temporary pleasures. But success is not built on shortcuts. It is built on persistence, patience, and the willingness to do what most people won't. Those who operate with a weak mindset find themselves stuck, unable to make meaningful progress because they are unwilling to endure the process. They give up at the first sign of difficulty, and as a result, they never reach their full potential. The strong mindset, on the other hand, embraces the long game. It understands that success is a process, not an event. It stays focused even when progress is slow, knowing that consistency over time leads to exponential results. Doubt is another major obstacle to a strong mindset. People often talk themselves out of opportunities before they even try. They convince themselves they are not good enough, not smart enough, not ready. They let fear control their decisions, keeping them trapped in a cycle of inaction. But confidence is built through action, not waiting. The only way to develop belief in oneself is by proving through effort and persistence that success is possible. Those who have a strong mindset do not allow doubt to control them. They take action in spite of their fears, knowing that confidence comes from experience, not from waiting for the perfect moment. At the end of the day, mindset determines everything. Two people can have the same opportunity, the same resources, and the same amount of time, yet one will succeed while the other fails. The difference is in how they think, how they approach challenges, and how they respond to adversity. Those with the right mindset take control of their circumstances. They refuse to make excuses. They stay disciplined even when it is difficult, and they keep pushing forward no matter what. The mind is either a person's greatest weapon or their biggest weakness, and the choice is entirely theirs. Adaptability is no longer optional. It is a requirement for survival in a world that is evolving at an unprecedented rate. The speed at which technology, industries, and global markets are shifting means that those who cannot adapt will quickly find themselves obsolete. The ability to adjust, learn, and evolve with the times has become the single greatest asset a person can have. Those who cling to old ways of thinking, outdated skills, or traditional paths of success will struggle as the world moves forward without them. Meanwhile, those who embrace change, stay flexible, and remain open to new opportunities will always find a way to thrive. Many people resist change because it is uncomfortable. They prefer stability, predictability, and familiarity. But the harsh reality is that the world does not cater to comfort. Change happens whether people like it or not, and the ones who refuse to accept it are the ones who suffer the most. Businesses that fail to transition to digital platforms, individuals who ignored the rise of artificial intelligence, and professionals who refuse to upgrade their skills are all examples of what happens when people resist adaptation. The market does not care about what worked in the past. It rewards those who stay ahead of the curve. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is often their ability to embrace change instead of fighting against it. Technology is one of the biggest forces driving this rapid transformation. Artificial intelligence, automation, and digital advancements are reshaping industries faster than ever before. Jobs that once seemed secure are disappearing, and new opportunities are emerging in areas that did not exist a decade ago. Those who recognize these trends and position themselves accordingly will benefit, while those who ignore them will be left behind. It is not enough to rely on skills that were valuable 10 years ago. New skills must be developed, new industries must be explored, and new ways of thinking must be adopted. The ability to continuously learn and evolve is what separates those who remain relevant from those who fade into irrelevant. Adaptability is not just about technology or career choices. It extends to every aspect of life. Relationships, personal growth, and financial stability all depend on the ability to adjust to changing circumstances. The world is unpredictable, and those who expect things to stay the same will always be caught off guard when things shift. Economic downturns, unexpected crises, and societal changes can disrupt even the best-laid plans. The people who succeed in life are those who remain flexible and find solutions instead of dwelling on problems. They understand that nothing is permanent, and rather than resisting change, they prepare for it. A key part of adaptability is having a mindset of continuous learning. The moment someone believes they have learned everything they need to know is the moment they begin falling behind. The most successful people in the world are not those who claim to have all the answers. They are the ones who remain students no matter how much they achieve. They read, study, and develop new skills even when they are already successful. They understand that the world is constantly evolving, and the only way to stay ahead is to keep learning. Those who stop growing eventually become stagnant, and in a fast-moving world, stagnation leads to irrelevance. Fear is the greatest enemy of adaptability. Many people resist change because they are afraid of uncertainty. They prefer to stick with what they know, even if what they know is no longer serving them. But growth does not happen in comfort. The ability to embrace the unknown, take risks, and adjust to new realities is what defines true success. Those who master adaptability are not controlled by fear. They are driven by the knowledge that change brings new opportunities. They do not wait for the world to force them to adjust. They take proactive steps to evolve before it becomes a necessity. This mindset allows them to remain ahead of the curve while others struggle to keep up. There is no more time to wait. The world is changing right now, whether you're ready or not. Opportunities are opening up at an unprecedented pace, but so are the challenges. The ones who succeed are not the ones who sit back, hesitate, or make excuses. They are the ones who prepare, adapt, and take action before they are forced to. Excuses won't protect you. A weak mindset won't save you. Clinging to the past won't slow down the future. The only thing that will determine your success is your ability to see what's coming and move before everyone else. The people who win in this world are the ones who stay ready, so they never have to get ready. So, the choice is yours. You can sit back and let the world change around you, or you can step up, take control, and position yourself to thrive. But remember this, by the time most people realize the moment has arrived, it's already too late. This is happening sooner than expected. Be ready.